Another day, another online beef. Stay tuned for more. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of Nufftingz Speaks with your host, Nufftingz. So as you can see in that little intro I put, another day, another online stupid nonsense situation. So let me break it down because it's still fresh. Happened like 2 hours ago, but I had to go to the grocery store. But let me tell you what happened. All right. So I don't know if anybody's understand this. I'm gonna explain to you. So here's what's going on. We have a lot of people that want to be streamers. They want to be YouTubers. They want to be online presence and they want to make money. They're not doing this for the joy of it. They're doing it for the money because people see I Show Speed, Kai Sanat, all those guys, and they just want the money. They're like, yo, I want millions. Look, man, those guys do it because that's just them. It was their time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand how you do it. Like they don't understand the ins and outs of being a brand, right? And I'm going to sit here and explain to you why some people just don't get it and they'll never succeed. And I'm not saying I want them to not succeed, but the proof's in the pudding, man. If you're doing this for years and years and years and aren't monetized or can't make a dime off of it, you need to stop and go do something else. Look, so today here's what happened. So they have all these little groups, right? These weird groups like on IG, on Facebook. I don't know if there's any on TikTok. I don't know if there's groups on TikTok, but you know, they have Discord groups and all that. And these groups will do this whole thing. They do it on X, they do it on Threads too. You know, Sub4Sub or whatever. And if you know anything about the online thing, Sub4Sub is awful. Do not do it, right? So what these people do is they will do like, yo, I'll sub to your channel if you sub to mine, right? Now, people don't understand the situation with doing that on YouTube. When you do Sub4Sub, YouTube's algorithm has changed to the point where it doesn't matter how much subs you have. It goes by views and engagement. That's what it cares about. It doesn't care about if you have 9 billion subs. You could have 9 billion subs and still it'll only reach 10 people, right? There needs to be movement. There needs to be engagement. The algorithm needs, you know, to see that there's things going on. They need to see you watching the video. They need to see people staying and not leaving in 10 seconds, right? That's why a lot of these YouTubers will say some funny crap at the beginning just to lure you in so you stay. All you need to do is be there for 30 seconds for the algorithm to be happy with it, right? That's why you'll see like these little intro videos and you do all this stuff that just lures people in. Okay. So today what happened was it was an Instagram thing, right? So I keep getting invited to these little groups where it's like Sub4Sub. And what they do is they'll put videos of what they're doing in the group chats, right? And then people go in there and they'll see it and then they'll repost it and they'll comment, right? So I was doing it for a while. Don't get me wrong, I was doing it. And what I would do is I'd always put "let's go" in the comments, right? I've since stopped. Like I don't do it anymore, right? Because I don't see the point. See, what I saw was that people would like your stuff or you would like their stuff, but they're not giving it back, right? Now, what also happens is when you have all these different people in a group chat, conversations pop up. You'll have conversations about Trump. You have conversations about this and that and whatever, right? And there's females in these chats too, right? So the females will be in there and these guys, and I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them lose their mind when there's a female in there. I don't know what's with these dudes, and when some feminine come in there and they're like, oh no, and they start acting weird. Okay, so there was one chat in particular where this dude was running it, right? And he hates women, right? Let's be real. If you're listening to this, homeboy, you know you hate women. So he hates women. Like I'm talking hates them. He'll have because what they do too is that they'll tell you like, check my stream. And then people go to the stream and they lurk and whatever. So I went to his stream one time just to support homeboy, right? And I was in there a couple times actually. And he just playing games, degrading women, right? And what he used to always do, like he'd be playing a game and he'd just be like, yo, can someone screenshot that for me and send it to me? And it's like, dude, you have 5 viewers, right? Now, let me be real with you. When I stream, even if I'm on camera, which I don't do that much, I don't tell the chat um to screenshot anything. Do you know why? I like to do things myself. I don't sit there and bark orders. I want to do it myself. Like, I record what I'm doing, right? Twitch records you. So what I do is I take the recording and I record myself. Like, I record, I stream, and Twitch records on its own, even though it's not good quality when Twitch does it, right? But when I do it, it's proper. It's to my standards, right? To what I like. So what I do is I then screenshot from my recording. Simple. But me telling people, yo, chat, yo, screenshot that. Like, dude, you have 5 people watching. You know what I'm saying? Cool. And that's what I notice with a lot of these dudes that stream. They'll have 5 people and think that they're the greatest thing on the planet. Like, dude, calm down. It's only 5. Now, look, I have 1 viewer, 2 viewers. I don't care. Like, it doesn't change my life at the end of the day. I'm not even on camera. I'm just playing games because I'm playing games. Okay. Like, people want you to talk. Oh, go on camera and talk. And I don't want to talk, dude. Like, I talk on this, and that's enough for me. I'm tired of talking. Okay. Moving on. So homeboy sat there. Sorry, I said that wrong. He has this group thing, right? Now, when he has his streams, what he does is he will degrade women. Like, straight up talk about how women hurt him and he don't F with them anymore. And he doesn't say women or females. He calls them by the B word. And he's just on like that. And then his homeboys jump in and they'll all start degrading women. And it goes on and on and on, right? He does this all the time. He'll get drunk, degrade women. He will, do all this stuff, right? Now, the problem isn't with him. It's with somebody else. But I'm just giving you the background on him because at the end, he became the problem. Now, today, I hardly go into these chats, right? So I was in the chat today, and I was talking to this female that was there, right? I have no interest in this female. It's online. Like, I don't have no interest in none of them. Like, whatever, we talk. We're talking, and it was a little flirty because I'm a flirty individual. I'm sorry. I'm very flirty. I am sorry. Like, whatever. So she had no issues with anything. We were talking. We were having a normal conversation, for me and for her, because she was fine. Yo, tell me why this dude jumps in and this guy became the white knight, the knight in shining armor, bro. Like, this guy started to disrespect me. And I was sitting there like, bro, are you good? Like, so I didn't say nothing right away. I let him talk. So my boy, I should have screenshotted. My boy is like, yo, I can't believe, this guy, he's so misogynistic and, he treats women like crap and blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there like, what? Who is this guy talking about? So he's there talking, he's like, and he calls out my name. He's like, yo, Nufftingz, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, what? Homeboy, what are you talking about, bro? So, this guy starts going on about, I've done this before and he don't like how I move. And I'm like, yo, okay. So the dude that I told you ran the group, the one I told you disrespects women all the time and wonders why he can't get a date, he's sitting there thinking that homeboy's talking about him. So he's like responding, thinking he's talking about him. He's like, yo, man, you might have got me there or whatever. But then they all realize that, yo, my boy is attacking Nufftingz. So what happens after that? Okay. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, dude, who are you? Like, what are you talking about, man? I don't know you. We don't talk. We're not boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about a dude that is online streaming. He puts stuff on Instagram. He does this, he does that. I had him, I was following him. I didn't know who he was, though, because, someone follows me, I follow him back. I was doing that whole follow for follow thing. Dude, this guy then proceeds to continue on, you know, dogging me. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know you. We're not boys. We don't vibe. I've never talked to you before. How do you know me? And this guy's like, you've done this before. And I'm like, when? Like, what the hell are you talking? Like, I don't remember doing this, but maybe I did. But whatever. Okay. So now it's a back and forth. So, but then people are jumping in and why are they getting mad at me? And I'm sitting there like, why are y'all attacking me? The joke is, though, that the female, she then said, Nuff was just playing with me, man. Like, we're just having fun here. It's not that serious. This dude, even though the female who he's defending told him, it's all good, homie. It's all gravy, bro. Chill. He's just on. He's on that, bro. Like, he's defending it. And I'm like, dude, what the hell are you, like, what? Once the lady tells you it's over, homeboy, it's done. Drop it. Now the other dude, the one that runs the group, he starts talking about, this is kindergarten, whatever. And I'm sitting there like, okay, here's what pissed me off. And I'm telling you, this is what irritated the hell out of me. Nobody was talking to this dude. You see I'm yelling now? I'm gonna stop yelling. Okay. Nobody was talking to this dude, right? We were all vibing. It wasn't just me and the lady that was talking. It was me, the lady, and there's other people jumping in that, right? Okay. Nobody was talking to this dude, but he came in with his nonsense to then destroy the whole situation. It's like everybody was on a beach. He came and killed it. Now we're in a snowstorm. Like, bruh, what's wrong with you, homeboy? Now, look, I go by rules, right? If I'm defending a woman and she tells me it's all good, bro. Leave it alone. Drop it. Why are we still on this? But I'm responding to dude now because he's dogging me. So I'm going to sit there and allow this man to talk about me? Really? Like, really? I'm just going to sit there, right? Oh, no, it's okay. Nah. F him, bro. Like, what the hell? So you're going to sit there and talk about me, but I can't respond? Now all of a sudden now, I start getting private messages from the same girl. She's like, you got to let things go. No, I'm not letting things go. Like, what the hell? Dude should have shut the hell up. Like, why don't we talk about that part? Then you have the dude that runs the show. He's supposed to tell y'all, talk to dude and say, yo, man, you shouldn't have, crossed the line. Like, why? Dude wasn't even fighting with homegirl, but you're sitting there causing problems. Nothing would have happened. I would have said what I said. Everybody would have laughed because that's what we were doing. We were all having fun and laughing, and I would have left and went about my business, right? But no, this dude wanted to continue on with the nonsense, so he kept on talking back, and I was responding. All right. And if people say to me, Neff, you're always playing victim. No, I'm not. Stop the nonsense, bro. Who's playing victim here? If you slap somebody in the face and they get slapped back, who's the victim? It's not you because you hit the person first. So let's call a spade here. If you start with me and I respond, how am I playing victim? Man, I was getting ready to go to the grocery store, bro, and I had to let that go for a little bit and handle this business because I'm not going to sit there and look like a wimp. Bro, I'm too alpha for that, bro. And that's the other thing. Most of these dudes they're not alpha like that, man. Like, they're not, I don't know, man. I don't want to dog them, bro, but like, dude, what are you defending, bro? And you see, here's what I said. I even said to bro, I go, look, man, clearly you don't understand what's going on. Women do not like it when you talk for them. If she had an issue, which she didn't, she could have said to me, I like that. If any female has an issue, they'll tell you. They'll say, look, man, I don't like that, bro. You crossed the line. And you say, oh, you know what? My apologies. I'm sorry. Right? There's your like thing. Like right there, that's the line. You know where not to go. Right? But if you come in there and defend this girl, and then she's telling you, nah, it's all good, why are you still on it, bro? Now, what you mad about, man? Like, what is there to be mad about? Like, get over it, bro. Anyways, so after all that, I leave and I go to the store, right? And I'm doing my thing at the store and I'm buying some video games and all that because, I'm a gamer. And I was even talking to the dude that runs the store and his wife, and they were like, this is the first time someone said that, but we don't understand why. Nobody that knows me understands why. I don't degrade women, and I'm not misogynistic, right? I respect women with the utmost respect, bro. Like, I respect the hell out of women, right? What I don't respect is men. Like, my issue has always been with guys. I've never got along with males. I've always got along with females. My phone, let's say there's 100 contacts on my phone, there's probably 2 guys in there. I don't talk to guys. I don't go out drinking with the homeboys. I don't go to bars with the homeboys. I don't do anything with guys. All my stuff is with women. I'm always around women. I love women. I love the scent of women. I love women around me all the time. Well, not all the time. Sometimes I want to be by myself. But I love women around me. Even when growing up, I never like going to bars. But I'll go to a strip joint. Why? Because there's women there. Like, I don't want to be around guys. This is why. I don't need dudes that are so hungry for women bothering me because I have women. Or I have women that like me, or women that want to talk to me and whatever. Like, this is not a this is not me comparing myself saying I'm better than you. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with, like, this is the reality. I like women more than men. I've always been like that, right? And I'm starting to see now that this is translating to online stuff. Why the hell is it that women never call me misogynistic, never call me degrading to women, never say anything like that about me, right? But men are saying it. So I don't get it. Like, why do men are so freely to call me out on that, but women don't? And it's women that I'm doing it to. So what, all the women that I know have no sense? They don't know anything? Like, bro, I know a lot of women and a lot of very intelligent, high quality women, and they would never say that about me. So I don't understand where this comes from with these guys that can't get any woman, but they're so quick to judge me. It's like, dude, how can you judge me, bro? Like, I don't even care. When dude said that, he hasn't had a woman in 10 years, I was like, bro, you're good, man. You don't need them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't sit there and I say, yo, man, you're a goof, bro. I don't say nothing like that. I don't dog them. I say, yo, you know what, man? You'll find the right one eventually. You know what I'm saying? Just do your thing, work, make that money, and one of them will pop up. You know what I'm saying? I'll say stuff like that. But yet, y'all mad at me. For what? Like, get out of here. So, anywho, after all that now, homeboy, the one that runs the show, because I left the group, right? Homeboy that runs that group starts messaging me while I'm at the grocery store, and I'm looking at this, and he starts telling me, I didn't like that you guys are acting childish and whatever. And then, like, how he talks to people too, like he's your daddy, like he runs you, like you could really, like you cannot, like, okay, let me tell you something. When you have these guys that think they're better than you, and then they try to talk to you like you're beneath them. That's what this guy did. And this is what he's done before. There's been times when I've heard him in the chat tell people, yo, man, I'm gonna punch y'all in the face. Right? And then people are like, oh no. And it's like, dude, why are you just telling people that, man? For what? Because they're talking and you didn't like that? Like, this is what I don't understand. Like, I've seen this in, like, WhatsApp groups where there'll be an argument, and instead of them dealing with the argument, they just start telling everybody, oh, no, I don't like this. My phone's blowing up. And then they just boot people out, right? And they just boot everybody. And it's like, they'll close the chat or they'll do whatever because they don't like that. Like, then why are you hosting these chats? Like, if you don't want movement in a chat, why do you have it? It doesn't make any sense. Like, am I the only person that sees an issue with this stuff? Like, what is going on here? It seems like, I remember when I was younger, I had this friend, right? Still a good friend of mine. I haven't seen her for a long time though. She would always say to me, there's an S on my chest. And I'm like, why? She goes, because you always attract the stupid people. And I was like, dude, damn. And now I'm starting to realize that, yo, my girl might be right on that. Because, bro, it's a nonstop revolving door of just crazy stories that I don't understand. Like, bro, I don't even mess with people, bro. I like to sit at home and do my thing. Why is it that we have to be fighting online? I don't get it. Anyways, so try and kill this story a little bit. So dude tells me, right, in the chat, he goes, hey, I don't like that you're misogynistic. You pull it off a little bit. You are misogynistic. I'm like, all right. And then he goes, so is he. But it's okay if he does it. What? What do you mean? He's like, it's okay if he does it because he doesn't mean anything by it. How the hell do you know I mean anything by it if I'm misogynistic? Like, you see my point here? Like, this is the conversation? Like, dude, like, what? Like, how does that make any sense? Like, why am I yelling? How does it make any sense? Like, I don't understand. You're misogynistic, right? But it's okay if you do it, but I'm the problem. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand what I'm about to swear. I don't get it. Look, listen, okay? I'm not perfect. I've made so many bad choices in my life. I've probably lost some good women in my life for doing dumb stuff, right? And I will take accountability. Maybe I should have just ignored dude and went to the end of it. But you know what? I wanted to leave anyways. But I also don't like that. Look, if I run a group, like I have a Discord group, right? If I run a group and a fight breaks out, right? I let them argue. But I also am not going to degrade them either. But you're going to know who started it. Like if someone randomly comes in there and starts yelling at people and then get yelled at, why am I defending the one that started the yelling? I'm defending the people defending themselves because they didn't start nothing. You did. So I don't get why, these groups feel like you want to control, but you don't know what the hell you're doing, right? Like, even while we were talking, this same dude is like, yo, when are you streaming in, bro? Whatever. And like, they're trying to kill an argument by talking about streaming. Dude is continuously talking nonsense. Instead of someone saying, yo, whatever his name was, shut up. No, nobody said that though. But then you're going to private message me and tell me that I was out of line for defending myself? What? Like, get out of here with that, man. It's the same thing that was happening in Pokemon Go. The same thing where dudes were like so mad that they had no say in something and had to find a way to destroy someone's, progress. Like, let's go on that for a second. Do you guys remember the Pokemon Go thing? Miss Saga has nothing going on. Like, they have their little events. There's no up and coming ambassador. There's no meetups. There's nothing with Campfire. It's like it's dead. Seriously. People have messaged me and said, yo, bro, it's so boring now. Like, nobody comes out. When they do come out, there's no direction. Like, you have one or two people that, do some stuff. And it's like, well, I mean, that's what happens, right? Because people didn't like, and it's not even the women. It was the guys. Guys didn't like that things were changing and things were getting better. They wanted to stay the same way it was. Right? And it's the same thing with these guys online with Instagram and all that. They're still trying to make money and don't change the formula. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not improving. Like, you're not figuring out what to do. Like, instead of them talking to another person and like brainstorming ideas on what to do, all they're doing is, yo, like my stuff, bro. Yo, like and comment my stuff. I'll do it for you. That's all they're saying. But there's no progression. There's no research. There's nothing. Like, you don't know nothing about how you're going to get, like, I have a cousin, right? That everything she does, she writes it down. Any goals, any ambitions, anything, she writes it down. And she reads that all the time to keep her brain sharp to know. You know what she did when I saw her Christmas? She got me a book to write my stuff in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I mean. Do you research? Do you know how much hours I put in figuring out the best move for a video? Taking old videos and figuring out if maybe that title's not working, doing like, it's like you checking stuff out. Like, do you know how many times I've researched something that I was talking about like research hard. Like we're talking like page after page of notes. You know what I'm saying? Researching how do these people succeed? How do these people succeed? How do these people succeed? Why did this one not do it? You know, you research the stuff. You don't just throw content and then be like, oh well, you know, like it. And that's the thing. Majority of the time, people don't even watch it. They like and they comment, but they look at it for 1 second. They don't even know what the hell they're liking and commenting. Like, I've actually sat there and watched videos of other people and got ideas for what I was going to do next. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's a good idea. I should do something similar. I'm not copying, but I should do something similar. And then in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm going to do better than them. You know what I'm saying? That's the thinking I have. Like, I don't understand what we're going on with here. Like, where you want this like for like, but then you have arguments because homeboy is sitting there. Like, the time that you're sitting there arguing with me, you could have made content. Like, am I wrong here? You could have sat there, been on DaVinci, and edited some videos and posted them on your socials instead of bothering me. Nobody was talking to you, but you have to come bother me, right? Like, get your mind straight, bro. Do what you were doing. Like, you know, whatever you were doing. If you were on the toilet, finish on the toilet, bro. Do what you're doing. Stop getting involved in other people's stuff. That's what I don't understand either. Like, dude, you come into the chat and you're just angry. Oh, I don't like you. All right. And I even said it to him in the chat. I go, bro, look, we get it. You don't like me. Let's move on. And he's like, yo, I don't hate anybody, bro, but I like to call out things for when I see it. All right. And then when I respond, now y'all are mad. Like, dude, he said all this in the chat, but nobody could read that though, right? Like, what? Did you guys become Stevie Wonder while reading that? Like, it was right there plain as day. Dude was trying to mess with me, and I responded, and I'm the bad person. So I should have been like, oh no, sir, it's okay, I'm sorry. No, what the hell? What are we on right now? Like, get out of here. Anywho, so after that, the dude that was talking, the one that runs the group, I was like, well, you know, I don't know what the hell you're on, bro, but, you know, I'm glad to be out of that thing. And I might have called him some names and I blocked him. Like, straight up. Like, I don't, like, dude, I don't care. Look, man, let me tell you something, all right? Before I go. I've dealt with, like, lots of people, right? I've known people, I've been meeting people for years, right? And I mean, like, I'm not talking about I meet, like, a couple people. Like, I mean people that I meet all the time. When my mom was sewing, and she would have like all these models and stuff and designers come in. I'd meet all these people, right? One thing I've learned, and this is about women, right? This is one thing I've learned. Women seek therapy a lot, right? Because of dealing with us, men that just don't know what the heck we're doing, right? I'm not saying that I've probably put some girls through therapy myself, but when a woman has an issue, they will find a way to fix it. They will go to therapy. They will cut you off. They will do whatever. Why is it that men can't do the same? You know, majority of the times, like, I feel like a lot of these people would be fine if they just talk to somebody. I'm not saying to seek therapy or anything like that. I'm saying, like, you just talk to somebody and just, you know, get away from what you're doing. You know, I don't even know anymore, man. Like, it's like, I'm not a therapist. I'm not gonna sit there and say, yo, man, you're whatever. But, you know, read the room. And that's the joke. I said that. I like read the room. And then he responded, like, you read the room. Like, oh my God. Okay. Like, we need to chill. Do you know what I'm saying? You're supposed, like, there's people on these like on TikTok and whatever that have OF, but they're streaming, right? They don't do any sexual stuff, but they have OF. Yet nobody ever says, yo, what are you doing with OF? But once there's like an argument, they'll throw that in their face. It's like, dude, are y'all good? Like, this stuff doesn't make any sense. Why is it that the first thing people do is they just start bad-mouthing what you're doing? You know what I'm saying? Like it's so weird, man. I don't know. Anyways, I'm done talking about this. I'm never gonna talk about this again. I'm done. When homeboy sent me his messages, I blocked and deleted. Well, I think it's restricted you do on Instagram, and that's the end of that. And of course, they stopped following me. Ooh, like I'm so sad. Anywho, that was my story on whatever the hell this is. Word of advice, don't do that like for like stuff and don't do that sub for sub or follow for follow. It's nonsense. You'll never get anywhere with it. If you want to make it somewhere online, do your content, be proud of your content, and work on your content. That's it, man. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video.
Another late night chasing down the light for the grind that Nufftingz has to fight against the voices in the static and the noise, finding my own truth and my own voice, 'cause we are the Nufftingz army, strong and true. We're breaking through for some